Hi, welcome to my channel, Grannie Anie Creates. Today I'm going to show you how to make this rainbow square with our lovely colourful bobbins. And this is part of the crochet along confidence Cardi that we're making. So this is our rainbow square. So to create the rainbow, we are going to start with the blue wool because we've got 2 rows of just plain blue, and as the diagram suggests, we're going to do 20 stitches. So we're going to start with a chain of 20 plus 1 because that'll be our turning chain. So tie the yarn onto the hook with a slip knot to start, and then bring the yarn up and over and down through, which is this chain stitch. So that's 2, and we're going to do 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, oops, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's amazing how long that seems when you're doing it on camera. You're thinking, oh, should I stop recording and just, do the first 5 and then say, ta-da, here's 20. But I continued. So chain 20 and then add 1, which is going to be our turning chain. And then we're going to do 2 rows of single crochet. So go in on the second one from the hook, bring the yarn back to the front, round and off. And that's the US terminology, single crochet. So you're going in, bring the yarn back with you, round, and work those 2 stitches off. And we're going to go all the way along our starting chain doing the single crochet. So 20 of those. So I'll do it one more time. Go in, bring the yarn back with you, put the yarn over and work those 2 stitches off. As I say, go all the way to the end, and then you'll have 20 single crochet. So when you get to the end of your first row of single crochets, you'll need a turning chain of 1. So just put the yarn over the hook and bring it down through, and that allows you to turn the work. And then we're going to work another row back again. So looking at our picture, we've got 2 rows of just plain blue. So that turning chain that we've just done works that first stitch. So we're in on that second stitch. And we're just going to do 19 single crochets all the way along, because that turning chain will count as the first stitch. So then the single crochet is in, bring the yarn to the front of the work, round, work those 2 off. So yeah, I'll meet you at the end of the row once you've done another 19 single crochets. So we've got to the end of our second row of single crochets, and now we're going to bring in the next colour. So on our diagram, we're working this way along this row. So it's orange is our next colour. So we need to bring in our orange bobbin, let a little bit of the yarn go and then clip, pop that back in place, and then we're just going to tie on the orange colour to the blue, and we're going to work the next stitch in orange. So I'm going to tie it on twice because I like it nice and secure. So our next stitch is actually the chain stitch. So we're going to chain 1 in orange. Then we're going to bring the blue back into play because the next one in is a blue one. and we're going to go in on that second stitch and bring the yarn back with us, and then round and off, and then we're going to go to that point on the second one, and now we're going to bring in the pink bobbin into play, wind a bit off and then secure it, and then we're going to tie on our pink bobbin. So just secure it, bring it down, and as I say, I like to secure mine with a double knot. And then we're halfway through this blue stitch, but if we now pick up the pink and work that one off, we can then work the next whole stitch in pink, and then the next half a stitch in pink, and then we're on to a yellow. Let me just make that a little bit longer so it's not being pulled into play. And then the next colour along is yellow. So you can see why I've got all of these lovely bobbins, so it doesn't get tangled up. Hopefully that's the plan anyway. So then on to the one that we're working with, which is the pink. We're now going to tie the yellow. We won't need to tie all of these ends after this first round. It's only this, well, there'll be a few more ends to be tied on, but not as much as in this first sort of setup row. So give myself a little bit more yellow. That's it. And then we've just done the two pink ones. And if you start the next stitch halfway through the previous stitch, you'll get a nice join in your colours. So finish that one off with yellow, and then we do a complete stitch with yellow, and then half a stitch in yellow, and then we need to tie on the red. But you can see it's starting to give us different colours of stitches. So we've got orange, blue, pink, yellow. And then I decided on this more maroon colour than red, because a red just didn't sort of go with my colourway. So, although it's red and yellow and pink and blue, this is my red. So yeah, you can select which colours you like and what colours you think go together to create your rainbow. So this is our confidence Cardi. So yeah, just get confident in your colour coordinating. And then we're going to finish off that yellow stitch with my red, and then do a complete red stitch, and then a half one like so. And then we're going to tie on another blue, because we're not going to use this blue at the end because it would make a long steek across. We've actually got another blue here. So in the instructions at the beginning it says wind on 2 of each colour and 3 of the blue. So the reason for that is because you've got this little tiny bit of blue here, and then you'll have 2 blue bobbins here until we reach the top, and it will turn into 1 bobbin. So on the red yarn that we're currently using, we're going to tie the blue on with a double knot again, and then we're going to start, or just finish that red stitch with the blue, and then we're going to do a complete blue stitch, 1, and then half a blue stitch for that one. As you can see, we're starting to create our rainbow. So that one's going to be blue. So then we tie on the red, yellow, pink, blue and orange. all the way to the end. You can see the end of that first sort of setup row, we've started to bring in all the colours of the rainbow according to our chart. So the next row we're going to read it back this way. And we're just going to do however many squares are in that colour. If it helps, you can use a ruler on your pattern, which will show you which line you're on. And you can move it up as you go. And you just do a single crochet for each colour. You can also use a sticky note to mark which line you're on. So we've done that first colour setup line. I'm going to pop that there, and then it also allows me to see which side I'm reading from. So then next time I will move my sticky marker up one and to that side, so I know that I'm then reading it from that side on. So that's a nice little tip about how to keep your place on a crochet chart. And also the way to move your crochet is obviously we're going to need to flip this because we're going to be working back along these rows. So I'm going to flip my work like so, and then I'm going to move my bobbin or bobbins one at a time so I don't get tangled. Excuse me. So the next one is this pink one. It's going to move over there. Although this seems time consuming, it's really not. If you've ever got it not with all your ends in your crochet, this is definitely worth the effort of just moving your bobbins so they stay in order, so you can then crochet the line with ease without too many tangles. Yeah, see, I've managed to tangle those last few, but that's okay. Soon untangle. So we need to work the next row on our pattern, and we can see that it starts from this side, and we're doing 1 orange, 2 blue, 2 pink, 2 yellow, 2 red, 2 blue, and then back out. So with our orange, we're going to give ourselves a turning chain for the height of the stitch, and then we're going to work most of the orange stitch there, but we're not going to finish it because we need to bring in the blue colour to finish that stitch, and then to create 2 more. And with these ends from the previous, just make sure they're all on the back, and then you'll have a nice front of the work to work with. So we're going to do 2 blue ones, let off a little bit of blue yarn. So we're going to do 1 complete one and 1 mostly. Then we're going to pick up our next colour, which is the pink, and finish off the rest of that blue one. Pull in, not too tightly, but just making sure your ends are being pulled in so your stitches are holding form. So there's the complete one for the pink. And then in and nearly finish that one off. Pick up the next colour, which is this lovely yellow. Finish off the pink stitch and go in and do the complete yellow and then most of a yellow. And as you go in, just let off a bit of yarn on your bobbins, and then they'll stay nice and straight and untangled. So the next one along is, come on, where are you? On all ends is the pink. Sorry, the red. I'm using this sort of purpley red. Finish off the yellow stitch, do a complete pink stitch and go in and leave that one, and then we're going to finish it off with the blue and making sure that that pink end comes this side. You don't want it, it wants to stay that side of the blue. Come on, over you go. That's it. And then work that one stitch off, do a complete blue stitch, and then most of the way on the blue stitch, and pick up the red again. Do you know what I haven't been doing? Look at that. Need to make sure those ends are the other side. So after all of that, I'm going to have to rip it out. Have another go. Ah! Right, so because my ends are on the wrong side, I'm just going to take my hook out. I'm going to unravel the bit of work that I've just done and yeah, redo it. So that's how not to do it. So let's give it another go. So we're going to do the turning chain, and the first orange is fine, and then we're going to make sure that that end is over this side of the work. So we're going to move the bobbin over, then we're going to use the blue to finish the orange stitch. That's where we've got two. Then we're going to complete a blue stitch. There's one. And we're going to just making sure the yarn's on this side. Then with the pink, once we've tied it on, we're going to complete that blue stitch and do another pink stitch and half a pink stitch, bringing the yarn to the back side of the work, bringing the yellow into play, completing that pink bit of stitch. Where's me bobbin going? See, this was meant to stop me getting tangled. I don't know whether I've managed to or not, but yep, no, I have. Cool. So then we're going to, yep, complete the pink bit with the yellow, and then we're going to do a complete yellow stitch and then half a yellow, and we're going to end it by bringing the yellow yarn to the back of the work and finishing it with the red, and then this red bobbin wants to come this way. That's it. And then we're going to do a red stitch. I know this seems really fiddly, but the rainbow square, once it's done, is well worth it, and it will help with your crochet confidence, because you'll think, yay, I did it. And even Granny Annie, Anya on Granny Annie, was all fingers and thumbs, and she got the ends on the wrong side to start with. But it's all about perseverance. Keep going, because it's going to look great when we've done it. So we're just working all the way along, following our pattern, doing the amount of single crochet it is for the amount of squares on there. Finish each stitch off with the colour of the next ones along, only letting out a little bit on your bobbin, and then they won't get too tangled. And then, yeah, just work your way along the colours. Let's say bringing the yarn to the back of the work. And as you can see now, we don't have all those ends at the front, and we've just got this lovely rainbow starting to take shape. So I'm going to continue to the end, finishing the last stitch off with the new stitch colour, doing a complete stitch in that colour, and then half a stitch, bringing the yarn to the back, bringing the next colour on, finishing that stitch off, stopping my pattern from flying away, and then making sure my ends are on the right side of the work, which is the back side, working a whole stitch and then half a stitch, bringing the yarn to the back of the work, and then so we've done the two pinks, we've got two blues and an orange. So finish that pink stitch off with the blue, make sure the end's on the back of the work, like 1, 2 blues, bring that to the back of the work, and then finish with an orange. Ta-da! So with a little bit of patience and making sure your bobbins and your ends are on the right side of the work, that is our first sort of, well, second row of colour. Our rainbows taking shape. So yeah, you just keep going from left to right to left to right, all the way along, doing the colour changes as you go, and you'll get a lovely rainbow square. So there we have our rainbow square for our crochet along confidence cardi. We followed the pattern with our bobbins, and there's our creation at the end of it. Hi, if you're liking my content today, it'd be great if you could hit the like button, share and subscribe. This will help other people find my channel and I really appreciate it. And if you want to connect further with me and in my crochet world, click the comment section below and there'll be links to my free ebook on beginner crochet stitches, my patterns and tons of other stuff to help you with your crochet, knitting and sewing. Thanks for watching.